Breaking news today, the National Institutes of Health has just stopped a 6-year blood pressure study short because the information they had was so powerful they needed to get it out to you now. Soon, it looks like they'll be changing their blood pressure recommendations for the first time since the 1980s, long time ago. Today's show is about questioning what's new and whether it's right for you. And this news, my friends, affects everyone. So, what blood pressure number is right for you? The previous recommendation was 140 over 90. You all knew that, I hope. We talked about that, for a generation and a half. The new number is to keep your blood pressure under 120 over 80. You're moaning and groaning, you're right too. This is huge news. The study found that controlling blood pressure to this number can reduce heart disease by 1/3 and reduce deaths by 25%. So before the show, members of my audience got their blood pressure checked by our medical students in the med unit. And they're all here now. How are you? So how many of you, I know you thought we were just checking for high blood pressure over 140 over 90, but what we really were looking for is people who had that borderline area. Now they're between what used to be okay and no longer okay. So you have little stars if you did. Got some stars here?
Yes.
How are you?
Good.
Good. Are you surprised that your number is no longer normal or acceptable?
Oh, yes. I was always told it was normal or below normal.
Yeah. Have you ever had high blood pressure?
Never. In fact, I was always told it was on the lower side.
Yeah. Maybe you're just excited to see me.
I think so. Yeah, that's it.
Did you ever think blood pressure would be a problem for you?
I don't think it would be, no.
Yeah. Well, so yours is 133 over 89. So by the old rules, we would let you be. By the new number, we would actually want you to get that down. Now, just to be clear about this, the new recommendation is 120 over 80. We don't have to use medications to get there. I'd rather not use medications to get there. But for some people, it's going to be necessary. But it does change where we are on that spectrum, because high blood pressure is the #1 cause of aging of all. That's why we're going to be talking a lot about it on the show this year, about lifestyle things in particular that we know can be impactful, ranging from sleeping differently to the foods you eat, to activity and all the things in between, and sometimes medications. So remember, everybody, this is important. You guys get your blood pressure checked. What did it cost you, by the way?
Absolutely nothing.
You're not sure yet. You're not sure. No. No, it's free. We did it for you for free, but guess what? It's not hard to get it done free in most parts of the country. Drugstores oftentimes offer it to you as you're waiting in line. I urge you to find out your number today and know what it is, because those new rules are important for all of us. Up next, I want you to meet a 14-year-old boy who sparked the social media movement, #IStandWithAhmed, after being arrested for building a clock.
Ahmed Mohamed, a Muslim American teenager from Texas, made national headlines when the homemade experiment he brought to school, a clock he claims he built, alarmed school officials. Ahmed was suspended from school and detained by police officers, setting off a tidal wave of controversy and support. People worldwide rallied in defense of the 14-year-old, and the hashtag campaign, #IStandWithAhmed, went viral. The fledgling scientist became an overnight sensation. But while some scientists, engineers, and scholars are questioning his clock's scientific merit, Ahmed has many high-profile fans, receiving offers for scholarships, shout-outs from Facebook, MIT, NASA, and a VIP tour of the Google Science Fair. Even a White House invitation from the president. With opportunities for a bright future ahead, Ahmed Mohamed is having the time of his life.
The 14-year-old who loves science as much as I do, Ahmed Mohamed, is here. Come on out. How are you?
Yeah, how are you?
Come have a seat. Oh my goodness, all this attention. What's that like?
It's really amazing.
You didn't expect it, I bet. You're a freshman in high school, is that right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. You ever imagine this would come out of a science experiment?
No.
So I got fascinated by science when I was 7 years old. I still remember the day. I was in an ice cream shop, and my dad was peppering me with questions. When did you start getting interested in science?
First grade year.
First grade. And what happened to get you excited?
My dad bought a bike and the chain broke, and I was like, I'll fix it, and I really enjoyed it, so then I started building more.
You built a lot of things. Educate us about this clock you built. Why were you so excited about it? Why did you want to show it to your teacher?
Because I want to impress them, to make them like me, and to show them that I'm an engineer.
Do you know what? I have loved science as a little boy, and I always tinkering even when I became a doctor. And come on over here, I'm going to show you something. I decided early in my career, after I saw some human hearts, that we could actually repair them a little differently. So I got some purple gloves. Have you held the human heart before?
A pig's heart.
Pig's heart. Well, actually, you know, pig's heart's pretty close to a human heart. When we do experiments, we actually start with pig's heart. So I'm gonna show you a picture of something. I'll put it up in that little, look at that monitor over there. See this picture of this little device? That's something that I jury-rigged with some friends. And the first versions of that were really simple. But let me show you what we use that for. That's a clip, right?
Yeah.
It looks like it's a little clip. So I wanted to put that clip in this. This is a human heart. So go ahead and hold that. It's sort of like a pig heart. But if you look on the inside, you see this valve there? That structure right there?
Yeah.
That's called the mitral valve. It's named after the Pope's hat. The Pope's in New York today. You might run into him actually, but it's called the mitre, same as the Pope's hat. And that little tissue there, when it starts to get loose, it leaks. So I made that little clip so that we could actually fix this valve without opening the heart. Because I could put that clip in from a long way away.
That's cool.
Yeah. That's how doctors think about the world, but engineers like you think about the world a little differently. So I understand you've got some experiments. Can you share them with me?
Yeah.
All right. The first one, you said, you just told me what to get you. So I just brought you the raw materials, but you got to teach me. So you got, that's a magnet, I guess.
Yeah.
And this tube, is this tube a magnet?
No.
Let me prove it. Let me just make sure. No, it's not. All right, it falls off. Okay, not a magnet. So, non-magnet, magnet. And what are you going to do?
I'm gonna put the magnet in through the tube, and there's a delay of time. So watch this.
Oh my goodness, that's really cool. Why is that?
Because every single has some magnetic field to it, so it pulls in it eventually, but it's not as strong to pull it to attach to it. Just strong enough to make it to where it just gets pulled around a lot.
Can you see how long that took? If I dropped it like this, oh my goodness, that'd be fast. You know what? I was interested about this. So if you have a magnet and a non-magnet working together, this magnet very greedily wants to take the electrons, so it tries to steal electricity, and it can't, but it uses energy to do that. It takes the energy from gravity. Let me see if it works. Okay, come over here. Come over here. You get your lab coat for this next deal. There's so much electricity being stuck. You know, this is like an electrical cable in a house. Normally you can create electricity. We actually are taking electricity. Okay, so your next experiment, we need our glasses here.
Safety.
Safety first. See, what a show off, safety. How many kids in high school worry about safety? Anyway, all right, we got our jackets on. I got my safety gloves. All right, now, got flowers. This is a lesson about much more than science. Okay, go. You got a flower here, and I get a flower. What are we doing with these things?
We're gonna dip him in the nitrogen.
Do it together?
Yeah.
Sharing is caring, right?
Yeah.
We'll do it together. How long do you have to hold it?
Now, and grab a hammer and break him.
Whoa. Now, why does that happen?
Because everything has a breaking point. So the freezing point is the breaking point when you hit it with something.
It's not elastic when it's frozen. It's like it becomes crystals, like ice, right?
Yeah.
Now, notice, by the way, I didn't expect this from you at all, Ahmed. This is sort of surprising to me, but you brought red licorice for me. Is this true?
Yeah.
And is this something you do for all your teachers, or just the ones that are on television with you?
The ones that are on television with me.
So does a teacher in Texas get red licorice too?
No.
What happens here? Does it taste differently when I freeze it?
When you dip it, I wouldn't put it in my mouth.
You want to put it in your mouth now? I wouldn't do that.
All right, now.
Whoa. Oh my goodness, look at that. It's a break by itself. Well, I decided to one-up you. He brought me red licorice. I brought him the apple. Because you've taught us a lot about life, Ahmed. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on new videos to live the good life.